Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Balrampur Chini Mills Limited's conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Jenny Rose from CDR India. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on this call to discuss Balrampur Chini Mills update on the PLA project and the capital raising initiative. We have with us today Mr. Vivek Saraogi, Chairman and Managing Director of Balrampur Chini Mills, Ms. Avanti, Executive Director, and Mr. Pramod Patwari, Chief Financial Officer of the company. We will begin the call with brief opening remarks from the management, following which we will have the forum open for the question and answer session. Before we proceed, I would like to remind everyone that certain statements made in today's may be forward-looking in nature. Accordingly, please note that the company is currently in a silent period. We request that you refrain from asking questions related to the quarterly business performance and limit your questions to the current development. With that, I would now like to invite Mr. Saraogi to deliver his opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this call today. We thought, and in our genre of transparency, to connect with all of you post the board meeting held on 23rd to share an update on the PLA project, the investment around it, and the associated financing initiatives approved at the meeting. At a broader level, these decisions reflect the direction in which we are taking the business and the way we are positioning ourselves for the next phase. PLA project is a key strategic initiative for us and forms an important part of our efforts to build a more growth-oriented business with attractive opportunities emerging around the value chain. As the project has progressed through implementation and detailed review, we have stock of the updated capital requirement and adjacent opportunities around it. Let me first cover the PLA project itself. As disclosed, there has been a cost overrun of 230 crores, taking the project cost to 3080 from 2850. The revision primarily is on account of key construction material, global supply chain disruptions, forex movement, and certain refinements in engineering and design which is the final 90% engineering and review modeling. Alongside the PLA project, we have identified, and together with this, people take advantage of the situation, and suppliers also, in the garb of giving material on time, say there's an overrun and a little more cost gets into that. Alongside the PLA project, we have identified an attractive opportunity to create value chain around its byproduct. As part of this approach, board has approved the Lacto-gypsum processing plant at Kumbi. This facility will convert Lacto-gypsum, which is a synthetic and eco-friendly byproduct generated during the PLA manufacturing process, into gypsum boards, a scalable and commercially attractive production segment. The proposed plant has an investment outlay of 160 crores and is expected to have a capacity of 76 lakh boards per annum, with commercial production starting in 18 months. We see this as a highly compelling initiative with multiple benefits. It enables us to monetize our byproduct, enhance overall efficiency, and create an incremental revenue stream. At the same time, it reinforces our sustainability agenda by embedding circular economic principles into our operation. And this synergizes with our initiatives of converting our kind of waste into value-added products. To support these initiatives, the board has approved a preferential allotment of equity shares worth approximately 450 crores at the SEBI price of 483, which that was the SEBI price on that day. In addition, the board has approved an enabling resolution for raising debentures of 200 crores. This is just part of the financing because if you're going in for a big project, you need to do something through debentures. This will provide us the financial flexibility required to execute our expansion plans while maintaining our balance sheet discipline. We'd like to highlight that continued participation from the promoters in the fundraise will keep our stake, the family stake, at the 43%. So if you see, we have put in 43% of 450 crores, which is about 193 crores, which is exactly synergetic with our existing stake. We believe this reflects the promoters' continued confidence in the company's growth strategy and long-term value potential of these projects. So what I'd like to also add is non-disposal of gypsum can also lead to a bit of a pollution issue. So our ability to dispose gypsum with our interaction with cement plants showed limited interest, very poor pricing, and limited offtake. So not getting into a position where earlier in the 90s we got into with bagasse where we had to sell bagasse free because there was no disposal. And we were India's first sugar factory to get into the cogeneration project, which yielded us rich dividends down the line and stopped us from getting blackmailed. This initiative also has that theme embedded in it. So now I'd request the moderator and would be very happy to answer your questions.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may please press star and one on their touchtone phone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. You may please press star and one to ask questions. The first question is from the line of Prashant Biyani from Elara Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Sir, what would be the rationale for this equity capital raise so closer to the commercial timeline of the project? You would have already tied up with finances and leverage is also not that heavy on the balance sheet.
Yeah. So I believe this question exists in the mind of many of our equity investors. So just let me give you some perspective. A, this is a 5% dilution. B, we are participating. So it's not that there is a thought of lowering the promoter stake. 3, the ability to run business, to maintain rating, to maintain the, we are almost getting our finance today at 6.75, and to ensure no ratios are disrupted. The idea was to raise this capital because there is a 390 crore outlay, as you can see, 230 plus 160. Plus we have the sugar season coming up and we see our ability to purchase more cane, etc. pay on time. So I had to ensure liquidity, to ensure rating, to ensure no banker says that, you violated some ratios, etc. We thought that this would be a very prudent measure.
Okay. And sir, can you give some cost dynamics for the lacto-gypsum plant? How much is the output of lacto-gypsum when you make 1 unit of PLA, and for this plant which will make gypsum board, how much could be the revenue potential as well as tentative margins if you would have budgeted the same?
Yeah, Pramod.
So Prashant, on 80,000 tons of PLA, we are expecting lacto-gypsum in the region of around 1.16 lakh tons to 1.2 lakh tons. And this has a annual revenue potential of around 150 odd crores.
And sir, how many units of lacto-gypsum make 1 unit of gypsum board, or I mean equivalent input-output ratio?
So this 1.16 lakh tons of gypsum will result into around 63 lakhs pieces of, that's annual capacity, 63 lakh pieces of board.
Sir, how much would be the margins for this business, at least for your pension?
We are expecting a payback period of around 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm told, sorry, please proceed.
Yeah, continue, sir.
Yeah, so with the current disruption, I believe since we started looking at this project, the board prices, what we have factored in, has moved up 25% higher already because of this West Asia crisis. But that's just the current development. Raw materials ours, we don't need to rely on anything.
Right. So we have investment in NBFC also. Would we be willing to offload some or full part of it which we own eventually to deliver our balance sheet?
Definitely. Eventually, yes, 100%.
Any timeline and tentative valuation would you be looking at?
That's
While we have a history of past transaction at which the stake transfer happened.
You're meaning the solar plant, isn't it? No, the history you're talking about is this. So there are two parts to Auxilo's dilution. One is a dilution done to run the business. That is the capital requirement of the business itself. Two, and the last dilution was done at about 3,200 crores. Around 3,000 odd crores market cap of Auxilo. So that was the last valuation available. Currently, yes, as I've told you, I've answered your question. The timing and etc. are not fair to answer now. Yes, we are positively inclined towards answering your question in the affirmative.
Right. Okay, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prashant.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shailesh Kanani from MSEC. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for giving me this opportunity. And first of all, congratulations on the equity fundraise after a long time to the whole Balrampur team. Sir, I had few questions. First one is on the PLA project. Now the cost has accelerated by 230 crores, and we have given the reasons that the engineering changes and supply chain issues. So, are these modifications fundamentally altering any yield or efficiency of the plant?
So, minor tweakings always will lead to it. Yes, you're right, but it's impossible to be able to quantify all that today. Everything has been done. Some part is towards improving the engineering. A lot of it is foreign exchange also. So one could not have booked the machinery which is to come in. Euro moved from 95 to 110. Come on, am I right? 90 to 110. So that's not in my hand. I could not have booked the machinery which is to come as per RBI laws, I'm told. So that is one major part. To this shipping cost, this crude, this ships not coming around Hormuz and then Cape of Good Hope, local transportation. The biggest consignment, just to give you a figure, is costing me 9 crores to transport a column or a part of the machinery. There are two such consignments. It takes 4 months. So people at this point of time, I have to complete the project, and there are some costs which are probably a little higher than what it should be. Some are genuine. 90% are genuine. 10% is bit of blackmail. One has to succumb to that in order to complete the plant with precision. Shipping cost, inland transport cost, currency fluctuation, revision of prices of some existing contracts. We have put in fixed price contracts, and that we try to keep to a minimum. And lastly, some minor engineering and etc. for with the 90% modeling, we just close up some new, maybe valves, pipelines kind of things. Combination of all.
Fair enough. So, with project being so closer in terms of completion and operational, say 6 to 9 months, so can we expect this is the final kind of revision in project cost, and there will
Yes.
be further in cost irrespective of macro environment?
Yes, because Pramod, our machinery is largely coming. Yeah, that should be it.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Sir, my second question was related to the UP bioplastic policy, where they are giving 50% capital subsidy. So even if this upward revision, that would be kind of eligible for the same, right?
A very good question, pertinent question. The document, the policy document, does not curtail your investment. And yes, therefore, what you said is absolutely correct.
Fair enough. Thanks a lot. So my third question was with respect to the gypsum boards, what we are planning to do. So I was reading somewhere that it requires pillars and reinforcements. So are we planning to utilize the bagasse ash or bagasse fiber for production of this? And do we have that access?
No, that is not. It's not required at all. It requires paper and gypsum. That's it.
Okay, so there will not be any further utilization from the byproduct from the sugar mills as such.
No, only in terms of utilities like steam and power will go.
Which will be accounted for in the project revenue. In the expense.
Fair enough.
Just to answer your question,
Yeah.
Just to answer the question, how we work in Balrampur, and I guess in any prudent company, is if you see our three divisions, sugar, ethanol, and power, there is a transfer pricing for everything. And then you get to a segmental revenue and segmental profitability. So when Pramod has spoken to you about a 5-year payback, and which may substantially decrease with the current raise in the board prices, each utility used here, whether it is steam, anything, is accounted as an expense here and a revenue in the PLA plant. Right, Pramod?
Fair enough. So just last question from my side on this, continuing with this point. So will these boards what we'll be making, will be positioning themselves as a commodity alternative, or some kind of we have a leverage with respect to bio-based or some recycled content in it, so we can kind of target the premium ESG or green building, something like that? Is it possible?
This is not envisaged at this point of time, but in the future, it is definitely replacing mined material. So in that case, it is of course a very, very much more eco-friendly way. But to attribute value based on that, I don't know if you will get more value, but definitely the eco-friendly tag is definitely there with it.
Yeah, because this is our own product.
And there's no mining involved. All
right.
board is made from mining.
That's a good point. But that's a good thought. We are the most numbers people we marketing get on to later, since it's 18 months away.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for answering all the questions, and best of luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nishita from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
Yes. So I actually just had a follow-up question on a previous participant's questions. So I just wanted to understand that our PLA capacity, so you mentioned that on the 80,000 ton of PLA capacity, we can expect around 1.16 lakh ton of lacto-gypsum, right?
Yes.
And from the 1.16 lakh of lacto-gypsum, we can have around 63 lakh pieces of gypsum boards.
Yes.
So the revenue potential that you mentioned of 150 crores, that is from the 63 lakh pieces of gypsum board per annum? Is that understanding correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So I just wanted to understand what is the revenue potential from our PLA project?
The whole PLA project?
That's already.
Yes. I'm sorry.
So nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. The PLA project, everything remains the same. This is a value addition to a byproduct, which is like, if not added, waste.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants that you may please press star and one to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Riya Bhatia from CNBC TV 18. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to understand the breakdown of the preferential issue of 450 crores. Where exactly will this be used? Because I believe 160 crores will be for this Lacto-gypsum plant and 230 crores for the PLA plant, right?
Right. The balance will be on account of corporate general purposes.
Okay, understood. And the PLA plant commissioning, does that remain on track for quarter 3?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Okay,
It's
understood.
a tough job, but we are leaving no stone unturned, and as things go, it looks absolutely feasible.
Okay. All right, sir. And sir, just wanted to understand what led to this increase in the cost for the PLA plant, this 230 crores. Was it largely because of the West Asia crisis?
Yeah, I think if you had joined the call, I have threadbare laid down all the points.
Okay. All right, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vikram Suryavanshi from Phillip Capital India Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Just on this Lacto-gypsum, how is the sales will be done? Will it require the sales distribution channel, or is it like a commodity where we cannot focus on sales, probably it will be sold to the dealers directly? Just to get some sense on the distribution side of the gypsum board.
So we are working on the sales strategy, and in time to come, we will be laid out threadbare. But
it's just the beginning.
Yeah, we are evaluating a few options.
So it's 18 months down the line. Yes, we are confident. We've taken a broad stroke understanding. We'll get to it.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
And we are already tracking the prices, as you can see.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bharat Seth from Quest Investment Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, pardon my ignorance. If you can run through the whole, with this PLA plant and this gypsum plant, how, once gypsum plant where the lot of, output of PLA will be used as a raw material and cost. So is there any change in the payback time, or it still remains 5 years?
It remains the same.
There is no change at all. So let me explain to everyone the way bagasse comes out when you run a sugar factory. That bagasse is either fed into the boiler for cogeneration, which you sell power, or you can sell bagasse to paper manufacturers.
Correct.
So this is the way gypsum will come out. Either you dispose, throw, give to cement at dirt cheap rates, with a huge volume staring at your head, or we have taken this call to convert.
Correct. And sir, you also said some of the sugar plant, output will be used in PLA. So, and which will be the cost for PLA plant. So how that can really will benefit to sugar plant, existing sugar business?
There is no sugar plant, I said out of the PLA plant, the capacity of the boiler, let's say is 100 tons and 2 tons is needed in this process. That 2 ton steam used to make board will be the cost of the board factory, let's say, and 2 ton therefore will be revenue of the PLA factory.
I understand, sir. But when we are going ahead with converting ethanol into PLA, so that economics, if you can explain, sir, I'll be grateful.
There is no ethanol converted into PLA.
So
You would be converting sugar into
Sugar is converted into PLA. Story over for sugar factory.
Yeah. So
Right?
if you can give some economics on that part, broader economics.
So actually, we can take this question offline because for the rest of the audience, we have explained this at least 5
fair.
times before.
Fair. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Prashant Biyani from Elara Capital. Please go ahead.
Sir, for marketing of these gypsum boards, would you rather be like an outsourced manufacturer for already existing branded company like Ziprock or anyone, or you would want to take it with your own brand?
Actually, this is what we also tried to answer before. We are evaluating our options.
Give us some time, Prashant.
And we'll go for the best one that comes to us slightly closer to the date of commissioning.
So once we set up the plant, like 3-6 months into the game plan, we'll start searching and, we're already contacting people. We will do what is best for the company, Prashant. Yeah, we don't want to sort of get into some big time branding expense and all. But yes, we'll do what is best for the company.
Yeah, and actually, those companies have a portfolio to offer to the dealers, which we would not have.
I get your stance. I'm aligned, but too early now, Prashant. Too early.
Right. And just one last thing on this, would the UP market be enough for this, or we would have to go pan-India?
I think pan-India.
UP, yeah.
North
would be enough.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll get to the marketing. Let's say 9 months, 6 months, 9 months. Baad mein we'll give some idea.
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, and all the best. Any other questions offline can be answered. So I hope you have been able to answer everything, and you can call us for anything you so need again. So basically, it is to give you the idea of today's call is to give you a broad construct and understanding so that all the investors are on the same page as far as the knowledge sharing goes. And, people don't need to get into any kind of speculation and or understanding, and nobody has a preferential understanding. That is the reason for our taking this time out and giving this brief to all of you. Thank you, and thank you to all the shareholders for being with us as always.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, members of the management. On behalf of Balrampur Chini Mills, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.